All right, ladies and gentlemen, Grant Nelson again here with Mustache Off Grid. In case you're new to the channel, we start off every video with one trick shot, and just wanted to let you know that, and then we get into the off-grid topic. Here's the hoop up there by the broken down truck. Here's Bailey. Come here, Bailey. Here's Bailey. Here's the ball, and here's the trick shot. Yes! Woo! Here's the trick shot. Yes! Woo! Hi there, Grant Nelson again with Mustache Off Grid. Here's Bailey. Come here, Bailey. Here's Bailey. And today I'm going to tell you a little bit about rabbits. So I raise rabbits. I've been raising rabbits for quite a while. I started raising them when I was a kid for 4-H, and I didn't raise them in between then and now, but I decided it's a great off-grid animal. I think that every household in America should have some rabbits, because from 6 rabbits, 6 does, 6 female rabbits, you can get 600 pounds of meat. From 6 rabbits, you can get 600 pounds of fryers to eat. That's basically 600 meals, because each one's about a pound. And rabbits convert feed, grass, whatever you give them, pellets, they convert it to meat 6 times more efficiently than beef cattle, and definitely at least double or triple more efficient than any other animal that people raise for livestock. But they're great for meat. I sell a lot of mine too. I have a customer that buys a lot of them from me. So it can be a great business for the homestead. It's a great way to produce some of your own meat. Truly the easiest meat to produce, I think. Very easy, very low maintenance. 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, you walk through, feed them all. You have to breed them once in a while, and you'll get some rabbits. Even just if you have 2 or 3, you know, you're going to get a lot of meat from that, and that's going to give you a lot of I mean, it's just a very simple way to start being more self-sufficient. I think every household in America should have rabbits. They don't require a lot of space. As far as it goes, you know, the meat that you get from them, truthfully, I like rabbit meat. I think it's, in my opinion, it's my second favorite meat behind steak. It's so good. Farm-raised rabbit is so much better than wild rabbit. I do like the rabbit hunt here and there, but the farm-raised rabbit is so much better than the wild ones. There's just no gamey taste. It's all white meat. It blows chicken out of the water. And I like that rabbits are a lot cleaner animal than chickens. They don't wallow in their crap, and, you know, chickens are just kind of, they're almost like dinosaur-like, and I don't know, something about the rabbit meat's just better. The way that they convert the feed to meat is better. I like them for homesteading. They also have nice fur. I love the patterns that some of my rabbits have. They're just beautiful, almost like a Holstein cow, or they kind of look like an Oreo cookie a little bit. But I'll show you some of the rabbits. Here's one right here. Here's another one. This one was really mean for a while. She used to try to bite my hand, but she's gotten more used to me, and she's a lot friendlier now. And she was one of the first rabbits I ever had born, and I kept her so she can have some little ones. And a lot of people like to raise rabbits in a rabbit barn. You know, they make a shed and put the rabbits in there. I like to make these hutches. I built them myself, and I probably saved about $40 to $50 per hutch instead of buying my own, because I built them myself. So that adds up, because you can see I built 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hutches. So I mean, that's 7 times 40 or 50 bucks. That really adds up. That's part of the thing about homesteading. When you can do things yourself, it can save you a lot of money. But Here's a couple more rabbits. This one hasn't been bred yet, but you can see she's a little concerned because of that loud noise. I try to be quiet around them, so I'm doing my best here. This one I bought for $6 at the local auction. This one I haven't bred yet, but she's on my list. You can see these ones right here. They're about ready to be weaned from the mother. And I have them all sold probably in the next week or two. I'll bring them to my buyer. Here's some little ones as well. Same deal with these little ones here. I'll bring them to my buyer in the next week or two. I'll show you my favorite rabbit. My favorite rabbit. And part of another good thing about having these outdoor hutches like this, certain areas of the country where you have a deep freeze in the very cold winters, keeping them outside like this probably wouldn't be recommended. They'd probably die if it's -30 for, you know, months straight. But here in the Ozarks, our average winter temperature is only about 40 degrees, and rabbits are actually a pretty good cold weather animal. If it does get really cold, I run some tarps over the top of these just to block the wind. But I also like that this is a lot cleaner than a rabbit barn too. You can raise rabbits in those cold environments, but you're probably going to want to have a rabbit barn if you do that, which is not a problem. It can just be a shed, you know, insulated shed or something like that. But the problem is in the summer it gets real hot in there. They tend to get really smelly. And I like that these hutches I built are nice and aired out, so the rabbits get good fresh air. They've got a nice windbreak, and they've got sheet metal roofs to prevent rain from getting on the rabbits. Obviously, you can't have your rabbits out in the middle of the rain or they will die. Just not a good thing. You want your rabbits to be dry, comfortable, have fresh air, fresh water, fresh feed, and keeping rabbits in a confined environment like a shed, you know, like I said, it gets smelly. They're not always, how can you put it? They don't air out well. Ventilated is the word I'm looking for. So they don't always air out well. I think the rabbits like having a daylight, the sun and dark, and in a rabbit shed, if it doesn't have windows, it's just dark all the time. So you want to make sure your rabbits have good fresh air, clean environment, good food and water, and they need to have light. You can't just keep an animal in the dark all the time. That's pretty cruel. So anyway, those are just some of the basics on why I like to use outdoor hutches with a nice roof on them. And you could save money building them. You also don't have to build a shed or buy a shed, which is a good cost savings right there as well on top of it. So it's much cheaper to do it this way. And the Ozarks are the perfect place to raise rabbits, like I said, because we don't get super cold winters. Winters that are just perfect for the rabbits. So also the manure from the rabbits, you can see it goes through the bottom on the ground. I shovel it out and wheelbarrow it and put it in my garden. And it's one of the best fertilizers, if not the best, for organic gardening. So not only do you get meat, you get fur, you get fertilizer, and you can run a business and make a little bit of cash on the side as well. Rabbits are just a perfect homestead animal when you look at it that way. Some people like to use them for dog food as well. I've talked with many people out here that raise rabbits to make their own dog food. I'm not doing that, but I've talked with people that do. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of benefits to them. And those are some of the benefits to doing outdoor hutches like this instead of a confined rabbit shed, which can smell. It's not well ventilated. They don't always get the right light and dark that they need. And you also have additional costs there with buying a shed. I'll show you my favorite rabbits here. I said I would, so. This one right here is my favorite one. She's very friendly. This one's pretty friendly too. She was a little shy when I first got her. These were my first two rabbits. And this one's pretty nice too. His name's Buck. He's one of the bucks to breed. Rabbits have a gestation period of 28 to 32 days. So once you breed the doe, in 28 to 32 days, they should have little ones. When you put the buck in there, when he breeds, you'll know that he got the job done when he falls off. So you can either keep an eye on the rabbit, or mine, Buck, who I just showed you, when he falls off, he makes a really loud screaming noise, and it's alarming, and you can hear it all the way across the property. So I don't even watch him. I just put him in there, and when I hear that scream, I take the doe out because he's done. He's basically ejaculated at that point. Anyway, those are some of the basic things on rabbits. They can have about 4 to 6 litters a year. They can breed about every, like I said, the gestation's about 32 days. They can breed about every 60 days. You know, you want to make sure they're in good condition when they breed. You don't want to overfeed your rabbits. If you overfeed them, they will have small litters, like of 1 or 2, or they won't breed at all. And I feed mine 6 to 8 ounces a day, and I give them water twice a day. I'm about to water them right after this video. But as far as it goes, you can use water bottles. I just got dollar bowls from Dollar Tree in town, and I like to use ceramic bowls because they won't bite through them. If you use a plastic bowl, they'll chew them up. As far as it goes, like I said, rabbits are a great homestead animal. They can one of the cheapest meat. As far as it goes, a bag of rabbit pellets for me cost me about $13.50. And as far as it goes, I feed each rabbit right now about 80 to 90 cents a week. So with all the little ones I get, it comes out to about $1 a pound for meat. And to be able to raise your own meat that easily for $1 a pound, and it's high quality, and you know what you're feeding them, that's a great option. I feed mine pellets and water. Sometimes I give them in the summertime, I give them more grass as well and a little bit of hay. I used to use a rabbit run, but one of them got out and my dog actually got a hold of it, so I stopped doing that because I don't like that. Some people raise rabbits colony style. I actually think it's kind of cruel because rabbits are actually not meant to be kept in a group like that. In the wild, they never group up in a herd like that, and it also leads to a lot more disease and death when you do it that way. What I do, some people use nesting boxes for their rabbits. What I do is I just put a about an inch layer of straw on the bottom of the cage about 5 days before the doe is due to have baby rabbits. I put about an inch of straw on the bottom of the cage, and she makes a nest. And my litters average about anywhere from, I mean, the average is probably about 9 a litter. For baby bunnies that I get. Rabbits have, I believe it's 10 teats, but only 8 of them actually work. The back 2 don't produce any milk. Usually your litters, when they're 9 or more, you know, they just don't grow as quick as a smaller group. You'll see that the smaller group will get bigger than the larger group, but it's nice to have more rabbits. And once you get them on pellets, I wean my baby bunnies about 28-30 days, and once they're on pellets, they grow very fast. They get to about a pound in about 8 to 10 weeks. And yeah, that's just some of the basics on rabbits. I know I rambled a lot. I think you guys got a good trick shot. Appreciate you liking and subscribing to the channel if you enjoy the homesteading video. And we'll get you a shot of Bailey before I leave here. Bailey! Bailey! Here's the other rabbit. She was in my video about root cellaring the other day, and she was very annoyed. She looks like she's in a lot better mood today. Bailey! He's coming. He's rambling through the woods. You can see him probably in the background here. Come here, Bailey. What do you think? Should they like and subscribe? Maybe? Yes? Okay. All right, guys. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hope you have a great day. God bless.